If you're looking to win 6-star Terra raids, then you've come to the right place. Today I have a full guide that you can use to easily farm money, Herba Mystica and other rare items. For more information on Herba Mystica, stick around to the end of the video. If you're like me, then you might be a solo player. Or maybe you just can't access online. So don't worry, these raids can for the most part be done very easily as a solo player. So first off, let's go over the raid builds. I would recommend that you build all of these if you have access to them, but if not, just build them one at a time. Now before we begin, the raid builds might cost quite a bit of in-game money, so if you're running a little bit short, click the card in the corner for how to perform the item duplication method to help duplicate rare items that you can sell for easy money. So the first build you should have is Annihilape. Catch yourself a Mankey or a Primeape, and before you do anything with it, change its EVs to max attack and max HP, and then put the rest in defense. For this, head to the Chansey supply store. I usually go to the one in Monte to buy the following vitamins: 26 HP ups, 26 proteins, and 1 iron. You'll also want an adamant nature on this, so buy an adamant mint if you do not have one already. Use these on your Pokemon in order to get max HP, max attack, and a little extra defense. Also use the mint to ensure that you have an attack focused nature. Then evolve it into Annihilape and get it to level 100. Next, make sure its ability is Defiant and give it the Ghost Tera type. The moves to teach it are Rage Fist, Focus Energy, Drain Punch, and Screech. You might not need to use Screech, but it's there if you need it. You'll also need to have 5 bottle caps. If you don't have any, just buy them in the Delibird presents. Use these to max out all of the useful stats. Head over to this NPC in Monte who is standing next to an Abomasnow behind the Poké Center, and max out your HP, attack, defense, special defense, and speed. You won't be using any special attacks at all, so leave that and save your money. Lastly, give it the held item, the Shell Bell, and you'll be good to go. Now this Pokemon is simple to use and hits like a truck. Turn 1, you want to use Focus Energy to land critical hits, then simply use Rage Fist. The way Rage Fist works is, its power increases by 50 each time the user is hit during the battle by a move that causes direct damage, up to a maximum of 350, or after 6 hits. So in other words, it hits super hard with boosts each turn, critical hit chances, and when you Tera, you're nearly unstoppable. Any hits will be recovered with the Shell Bell. Plus, when the raid boss resets stats, the Rage Fist boosts and Focus Energy do not need to be set up again. So just keep hitting it for maximum damage. This build is one of the best all-rounders you'll find, and you can win most raids with this build alone. It works well against everything besides dark and normal types. I can recommend this build as your first before going for the rest. Next is a Pokemon you hopefully have access to, and it's a staple of all raids nowadays: Iron Hands. This is a Violet Paradox Pokemon, so hopefully you've managed to get a hold of one. The build I use is Iron Hands level 100 with max attack, max HP, and the rest in defense. Give it an adamant mint to give it an adamant nature. It's very similar to Annihilape. Hyper Train it using bottle caps in HP, attack, defense, special defense, and speed. Make sure its Tera type is Fighting type. Its ability will always be Quirk Drive, and held item as Shell Bell. For its moves, you'll have Thunder Punch, Belly Drum, Drain Punch, and Fire Punch. This Pokemon is going to win a lot of raids for you, and is one of the most reliable Pokemon for raids. To use this set, turn 1, use Belly Drum to maximize your attack. From there, keep using Drain Punch to recover your health. It's that easy. If your stats are reset, just set up Belly Drum again and use Drain Punch, as long as types match up well for you. This is another amazing option for Rock, Steel, Ice, Dark, and Normal types. Next is Arceus. This is likely the best Pokemon in the game for raiding. Not everyone will have access to this mythical Pokemon, but if you do, build it the following way: level 100 with max special attack, max HP, and the rest in defense. Give it a modest mint, so it has a modest nature, and its ability will always be multi-type, so you can give it the held item of whichever plate would work best type-wise for the raid you're going into. Its moveset would be Recover, Judgment, Acid Spray, and Calm Mind. Lastly, it will have the Stellar Tera type. This Pokemon destroys pretty much everything with its versatility. In the raid, you want to use Acid Spray 3 times to lower the opponent's special defense by 6 stages. By then, you can activate the Stellar Tera, recover off any damage when needed, and spam Judgment. If the opponent removes stat changes on its side, simply use more Acid Sprays and get back to using Judgment. This thing is a beast and only struggles against some Steel Tera raids. Other than that, you want to have one of these on your team for an easy time. Another great special attacker is Sylveon. Once you have one, get it to level 100 with max special attack, max HP, and the rest in defense. Make sure it has a modest nature, and bottle cap it in HP, defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. Make sure its ability is Pixelate, and it's holding the Shell Bell. Its moveset should be Hyper Voice, Calm Mind, Fake Tears, and Light Screen. In battle, you want to lower the opponent's special defense 3 times if possible with Fake Tears. Then use Calm Mind to boost your own attacking power, or simply use Hyper Voice. Because of Sylveon's ability Pixelate, Hyper Voice will be changed from a normal type move to a fairy type move. Once you've used this 3 times, you'll be able to terastallize and go for big damage. It won't work out in every raid, but it can be a solid counter to Dragon, Fighting, and Dark Tera types. Now these are the 4 builds to get started with. Start off with either Arceus or Annihilape and work in the other builds when you can. I'll also list as many other builds for different Pokemon that you can use in the description. All of them I will use from time to time. Some useful tips for raiding are, first off, to just try it out. It's all about practice and understanding what works and what doesn't. If you don't get the feel for it, you won't improve your understanding of how it works. With enough time put in, you'll have a greater anticipation of what to expect when approaching a new raid, and how to react to certain scenarios. If you fail at one, try and understand why and adjust your strategy. Second, remember to use cheers. If you're in a pinch and need to heal up, use the heal cheer to get some health back. Heal up removes non-volatile status conditions and confusion from the user and their abilities, and restores 20 to 100% of their total HP. The go all out or hang tough cheers have their place sometimes, but with the builds in this video, you won't really need to use them. You'll mostly want to keep your health up to survive the next attack. Some of the NPCs in the raid have great Pokemon that can help you out. For example, if Tauros, Staraptor, or Arcanine are in the battle, they have the ability Intimidate that will activate every time they come into battle. This can be really useful against physical attack raids. Some others will inflict status moves like Paralysis, Burn, Poison, and Freeze, which can really go a long way to help you out too. Gardevoir can also heal up its abilities with Life Dew, so it's also a useful one to have in with you. If you ever want to change the NPC's Pokemon in the raid, simply come out of the raid and go back into it, and they will change to a different set of Pokemon. The raid timer is important to keep an eye on, as if you faint in battle, the timer takes a big hit, and you could run out of time to complete the raid. One good thing about solo raids is that if the NPC's Pokemon faint, this will not affect your timer at all. The last thing to know is that all 6-star raids will put a shield up at some point, which you will have to break. The shield will significantly reduce the amount of damage the raid boss is receiving. Using non-damaging moves like Fake Tears, Taunt, or Screech will not work when the shield is up. Also, moves like Will-O-Wisp and Thunder Wave will not work at this time. Only attacking moves will work, but if the attacking move has an additional effect, such as Thunderbolt, which might paralyze the opponent, this will still work through the shield. This is why Acid Spray is such a great move to have, as it will hit through the target for damage, as well as reducing the special defense of the opponent. Using Terastallization will boost the power of your moves to help you break the shield, but you can only use this after 3 attacking moves have landed to power up your Tera Orb. Sometimes a raid boss can steal the charge from the orb once in the battle, meaning you'll have to use another attacking move to charge it. Using Tera as soon as possible can sometimes be the best play. The shield being up usually is the most difficult part, but once you break it, it should be plain sailing to beat the raid, as your attacks will be doing greater damage. I'd also recommend, if you can, to max out the PP of your most used moves. For example, Annihilape's Rage Fist might be used quite a bit, so max out that along with the other low PP moves like Recover and Drain Punch. One last thing that you can do is have a type chart as reference. You can find these by simply searching type chart Pokemon, and this will help you with determining which Pokemon you should be bringing to which raids. All in all, raiding is a very big topic, but fun to do when you have a good understanding of how it works. It will also help with farming money, rare items, and Tera Shards to build better teams in the future. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the comments below. I'll be happy to discuss. Or feel free to add any raid builds that you would suggest using. Like and subscribe for more useful content like this, and click here for a guide on how to farm Herba Mystica.